everybody, it is T-Bone, Football Pool Guy, Week 17, final week of the regular season for NFL. Alright, the first game, we've got the Colts, and they're playing the Bills. The Bills are out of the playoff picture. Colts are in the playoff picture. Take the Colts. Next game, Jacksonville Jaguars, still in it, playing the Browns, who are out of it. I'm going to tell you, take Jacksonville to win this game. That's the third game. We've got the Bears and the Lions. The Lions obviously are out of the playoff picture. The Bears kicked the living daylights out of the Vikings on Monday Night Football. Yes, they did, and that was my pick. And you know, I got to tell you a story. I had a pasty-faced young kid come up to me Monday afternoon at work, and he said, T-Bone, how could you possibly pick the Bears to beat the Vikings? What a horrible pick. And I explained to him, like I explained to you, all the reasons why you should take the Bears over the Vikings. And I won. And you know what? This right here, see this? This here, this is the fruits of my labor, of why I had the balls to pick the Bears over the Vikings, okay? If I didn't tell you already, take the Bears. I feel like they're on a roll. Cutler's playing to his potential right now. They're playing a team that's a rollover, but Jay Cutler should win the game. Take the Bears. Okay, Falcons, Bucks. Both teams are out of it. Like I said, NFC pretty much. The teams are playing for seed right now. We got the Falcons and the Bucks. The Bucks, yeah, they kicked the daylights out of the Saints. Did they win by a lot? No, but they kicked the daylights out of the Saints. Falcons, on the other hand, they're going to beat the Bucks on Sunday. Take the Falcons. Okay, Saints, Carolina. Obviously, the Saints are the #1 seed because the Bears beat the Vikings on Monday Night Football. Did you get that? The Bears beat the Vikings on Monday Night Football. Okay, they're playing Carolina. Carolina's out of it. Saints have nothing really to play for. I think Carolina, in front of the hometown fans, they're going to win. Take Carolina. Patriots, Texans. This one is largely contested in Vegas. 90+% of the betting public is going with the Patriots. Patriots are getting 8 points. I don't remember when I've ever seen the Patriots be an 8-point underdog. They're getting 8 points this weekend, probably because Brady or the line maker for the game thinks Brady's not going to be playing. I happen to think that Belichick feels like this is just another game, just another playoff game. However, all that being said, even me being a Patriot fan, I'm going to tell you, take the Texans. The Texans are going to make it to the playoffs this season. Okay, next game, 49ers against the St. Louis Lambs. St. Louis, sorry, but you really suck. 49ers, take the 49ers, they're going to beat you. Okay, Steelers, Dolphins. This is really a must-win for both teams if they want. Both of them are in the playoff hunt. Dolphins, to me, you know, last year they had the Wildcat thing going on. This year, I'm not so impressed this year, even though they have pretty much the same team. Steelers are coming down the stretch. They just beat the Ravens. Steelers, they're not exactly on fire, but I'm going to tell you what, going into the playoff season, when the Steelers are winning games, kind of like, you know, edgy games where they're winning by 3 points, you know, take the Steelers. So take the Steelers in this game. Okay, next game, Giants, Vikings. Giants were embarrassed, totally embarrassed this past week. And the Vikings, can I say they were embarrassed? No. Can I say that Brett Favre doesn't know how to play in the postseason or in the cold in the postseason? Absolutely, I can say that. And he proved that to me on Monday night. Didn't prove it to some little young kid who doesn't know football from basketball. However, all that being said, I think that Brett Favre has put a burr under the saddle of his team, and the Vikings are going to beat the Giants. So take the Vikings in this game. Next game, Packers versus the Cardinals. You know, if everything goes according to plan and the Vikings do beat New York, the Giants, this week, then guess who's going to play each other next week in the playoff game? You got it. It's probably going to be the Packers and the Cardinals. So what I see this week for the Packers and the Cardinals is second string playing. That being said, my line of reasoning says I like Matt Leinart as a quarterback over this scrub guy that plays for the Packers. I can't remember his name. So take the Cardinals in this game. Okay. Redskins, Chargers. Rumor has it that LaDainian Tomlinson and Phillip Rivers and many of the other starters for the Chargers may be sitting down. Okay, maybe they will, maybe they won't. Tell you what, I like Billy Volek, backup quarterback for the Chargers. The Redskins have played teams tough this year, but I'm still going to stick with my home team, Chargers. They are going to win. They're going to beat the Redskins. Go Chargers. Okay, next game. Tennessee Titans against the Seahawks. Well, the Titans really lost and got thrown out of the playoff hunt last week when they played our Chargers. The Seahawks, Matt Hasselbeck, sorry dude, you're not doing it for me this year. Every time I tell people to bet for the Seahawks because Hasselbeck's going to have a big week, you screw me. Every time I go against you, it's like when I used to bet this jockey at Del Mar or Eddie Delahousse, same thing. I digress. At any rate, I like the Titans this week. Take the Titans. Baltimore Ravens playing the Raiders. You know, what can I tell you? The Ravens are still in the thick of things. They're in the playoff hunt. The Raiders, not quite there. The Raiders, they didn't have a very impressive season, but still they beat some teams that probably people would say they shouldn't have beat. Raiders are a tough team. They're playing at home. However, I like the other team that begins with an R. I like the Ravens. Okay, next game, Chiefs-Broncos. You know, the Broncos have not been a very reliable team this year. They have they started out on fire. They lost a string of games. Then they won and they lost and they won and they lost, and they're trying to discover who they really are. The Chiefs, I had higher hopes for the Chiefs with Castle. But I'll tell you what, this week the Broncos have to win to stay in the playoff hunt. Take the Broncos. Next game, probably the biggest matchup of this week because these two teams are playing for the number 2 seed. You got the Eagles and the Cowboys. It's in the $1.5 billion stadium down in Texas. The Eagles look like they're really on a roll right now. And the Cowboys, as I've said in previous videos, the Cowboys, Tony Romo especially, does not win in December. However, I think we're going to see that trend get bucked this weekend. So I'm going to tell you what, take the Cowboys. All right, last game, and it is not Monday Night Football. It's the last game. It's on Sunday night. You got the Bengals and the Jets. I think that Carson Palmer and the rest of the crew of Cincinnati is going to sit down, and the Jets are still in the thick of the playoff hunt. The Bengals are already in it. You got Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez, excellent quarterback. I think the Jets are going to end up making it to the playoffs, and the Jets are going to beat the Bengals. So, take the Jets. Now, I'll tell you one more time, this is the last week of the season. You know what you need to do. You need to go and make. You need to go and make some of this, some money. So go and make some money.